see how this works out. Alright, I'm gonna take it around the block. Nice pretty day out here in California. Talk about why I decided to go with the Indian. It's 5:30, so there's lots of traffic. Alright. Indian had this guy on the floor. Now, why did I choose the Chief? Well, that kind of chose me because I was looking for a Scout and I wanted to scout the bigger one, the Scout 20 I believe it's called, and unfortunately they didn't have anything, and my other choice was a Chieftain, and if I wanted to spend 30 grand right off the bat, Chieftain would have been how I would have done that. But anyways, I didn't purchase the Chieftain. I didn't purchase the Scout.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Alright, so where'd we leave off before the camera up and died on me? So, Harley Davidson, boy, Fat Bob 114. I didn't go with Harley. One is because it's so hard to get a hold of anything right now because a lot of the parts are made in China anyways. Well, so we were talking about Harley Davidson, right? And I kept calling it Fat Boy, but it's actually the Fat Bob 114. So the Fat Bob was totally revamped, I think, in like 2018 or 19. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. And it's a beautiful bike. Like, you look at the pipes are elegantly designed, they're tucked up, like it actually looks like a sport bike compared to what Harley's, you know, normal image is. And I don't know, you know, I mean, that was my second choice, and I found it right before I went to go actually sign for this bike. And I read a bunch of reviews on it and I looked it up, and problem was is I couldn't find one that was actually available. I couldn't find one that I could go look at in person because there's nothing on the floors. You know, after COVID and this whole pandemic, there's not really a whole lot that's available these days. Yeah, I looked at the BMW R18 Transcontinental. Beautiful bike, had a touchscreen. I've got a BMW car. I got a 330i, and I love BMW. Only thing that scares me is the maintenance. This bike has a pretty good amount of torque to it. As far as its horsepower, you know, I mean, 1800 cc's. It's a huge twin engine.
What does the fuck say?
Or not twin engine, twin cylinder engine, and it gets the point across. It does the job. It's nothing like my R1. My sport bike, my R1 that I had, I've had a couple of R1s. I had the FZ09 by Yamaha, and they're all great bikes, but you know, obviously all sport bikes, all in that same category class. The FZ09 wasn't in the super sport bike class, but it was in a sport. I mean, it was a little bit more upright seating position. It was a great bike. I loved it. The only thing I didn't like about it, I did change the pipe on it, and it was loud and obnoxious, and I don't know, after a while I just kind of wanted something new. I wanted a new feeling, a new bike, and every time I rode the damn thing, my ass would hurt. Couldn't do it anymore. And then I went and got an R1, and it really didn't work, and that's why I'm riding this. Biggest features about this bike over the Scout that I was originally interested in is it's got a little bit more upright leg room going forward, so my feet are pretty comfortable. You know, I'm kind of in the taco position, but not really. You know, they said that the bobber, or the Scout bobber, or Scouts, you'd be down and forward on the handlebars, and your feet are forward. And this thing just came like this. You know, I mean, it's got the handlebars that are, I don't think these are the mini apes. I think these are just a little bit on the higher side for the bars. Foot pegs are in a pretty good position. I've got a couple more accessories on it that are coming. I've got the backrest for the passenger for my girlfriend. I've got the saddlebags that we purchased. The only thing that I didn't have was the mounts, the removable passenger backrest and the saddlebags. They didn't have those, so they're all back ordered till February. So I got a couple months until we even see those come in. And I'm one of those people where, you know, if I want to buy something, I'm gonna buy it now. I don't want to wait for it. When you ride motorcycles, especially like I've been riding since I was 10 years old, you listen to the engine by ear, and that's how you shift it. This thing, it'll flash at you and it lets you know. I mean, I can go through the little list here and it'll show me, see those trips. There you go. There's my RPM. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does tell you RPMs in a digital form, not in the actual speedometer, but that's fine, you know. I mean, it tells me my gear selection, so I'm in 5th gear, 2300 RPM, and you know, it gives me a time. It's 10:13 a.m. Fuel level. Oh, what else? I like the design of these the mirrors, the side mirrors here. I don't know. I think I would like them if I had the underbar side mirrors, kind of like how the Scout Bobber had them on the end of the grip and hanging down a little bit. This has the gloss finish on it, obviously, and it actually does shine up pretty well. You know what I mean? I was going to get the smoke if I was going to put a deposit down and buy the bike from the factory and, you know, wait, I don't know, 6 months or however long it was to even get one. My buddy. This thing comes with the rear cylinder deactivation, which actually really helps on hot days. Rear cylinder deactivation deactivates the back cylinder when you're at a rest stop, and it doesn't burn up your legs. It doesn't get all hot underneath you, and that's a nice feature. Right now it's cold outside and it's probably about 55 degrees, and I really don't mind the heat coming up from it, so I got it turned off. It's an air-cooled engine, which is nice and bad at the same time, right? Old air-cooled engines, they need to be moving. They need air moving across them, and you know, obviously it has oil and everything else that helps cool it, but if you're not moving, you're just heating up. It's one less thing that makes it complicated. Simplicity. I like this bike just because it's so damn simple. If I had to pull this thing apart and work on it, it probably wouldn't take much, you know, just like Harley's. Nice thing about this thing too is it has a cruise control, so if I wanted to set it in cruise control, there we go. Some of you that have been on long rides, your hand gets tired of sitting there in one position and holding. It's got 3 ways to deactivate it. Obviously you can push that, you can hit the brake either front or back, or else you roll off with the throttle, roll it forward. But yeah, that's it for this video, I think. Go ahead and hit the link that's up here, and we'll see you over there, and hopefully you guys stick around, like, subscribe, and I'm definitely going to come out with a lot more content now that this is a lot easier for me. This is really working out, so alright guys, we'll see ya.
Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of